Good evening, YouTube audience. Black Tiger, back once again. And as you can see, yes, we are once again in that territory. Today's suspect, this slinger of mud, his name is Philip J. Mudd. This guy is a former FBI agent, so, he's a spook, as they would say. And that's why it's kind of peculiar that he runs the circuits, as it said, on these news networks as he does. So there was an instance a while back where Trump made that whole shithole comment and everyone freaked out. And this guy, he had a particular freak out on CNN. Let's watch his freak out and then let's analyze a particular thing that he said.
Much. So are you shocked or surprised by this?
I'm not surprised. In one way, I'm proud. I am a proud shitholer. My family was called wops and mackerel eaters. I'm proud of that. We came when people from Ireland and Italy were seen as dirty people, dirty Catholics who didn't belong in a Protestant country. Shitholers built this country 110 years ago. They were called slopers and slant eyes. Chinese people who built this country. Shitholers from Japanese internment camps stayed in those camps as American citizens. And that's a legacy that we bear shame for today. Shitholers who escaped Guatemala and El Salvador, civil wars that we participated in, built this country. I work for shitholers who protected this country after 9/11. George Tenet is a first-generation Greek. I guess he's a shitholer. Jose Rodriguez was the head of counterterrorism at CIA. He's a Puerto Rican. I guess he's not welcome. I'm proud today. I'm proud to be a shitholer, and I want a t-shirt. Hashtag I am them. Proud. It's us. Yeah. I'm proud, yeah. Let's stand against this and say it's not about black people and it's not about white people from Norway. It's about the people who built America and who we denigrated until we became ashamed and we realized that's inappropriate. And we're learning the lesson again today.
I got to tell you, I said that I'm not outraged by this, but others should be. Yeah. Everyone can't be outraged. It's not my position to be outraged. Yeah. But what you said brought tears to my eyes because it's just so offensive. And I can't see how anyone can make excuses for that. This is about pure racism. That's all it is. And to say otherwise, it's either being in deep denial or being cunningly deceiving.
I've seen these conversations that this is economic, so let's be clear. A white honky from Norway can come here, but a black dude from Haiti can't. What does that tell you in America that in one generation called you a nigger? What does that tell you, Don? I can tell you that what that tells a honky like me. We're no different than we were a generation ago, and we're learning the same lessons that we learned when we called the Chinese man a slant eye, when we called a man from Guatemala a spick and a wetback, and we called a black man a nigger. That's what it tells me. We got a ways to learn, but we can step back and say we're proud because I spoke this on CNN. 30-1, the emails I got were saying, you speak for us, and we are not from Africa, and we're not from Norway, we're from Italy, we're from Ireland, we're from Greece. Every single one of them was from a place where they would say, hey, hashtag, I'm one of them.
I want to bring in Luis now. Your interview with President Trump for the Wall Street Journal, it's making a lot of news tonight, particularly his comments about North Korea, which we're going to get to in a minute. But he also addressed immigration in your interview, and here's what he said.
So that was pretty bizarre, that freak out there, and his little speech, it was so disjointed, the way that he just seemingly randomly segues from point to point in a almost incoherent manner. It's like, how's he go from where he starts to saying the N-word then? It's like, geez, man. It's like, did you just want an excuse to be able to say that on TV, once in your life or something like that? Like, I don't get it. It didn't seem necessary to the function of the conversation there. But he was used once again, used as the puppet he seems to be on, I believe, CNN once more with Wolf Blitzer. So let's take a look at this clip of what appears to be some of the worst fake crying acting that a man has ever exhibited.
Phil Mudd, you're hearing these accounts. What's going through your mind as someone who used to work at the FBI?
you think it's antiseptic. It's not. I talked to a terrorist who almost died because he wanted to blow up a weapon, a car bomb. And he was sent to blow up that car bomb by ISIS and Al-Qaeda. And they didn't tell him he was going to go blow up the car bomb. When he detonated, the car caught fire. It didn't blow up. And I talked to him after he lost a lot of his skins, his hands, his feet. I have 10 nieces and nephews. We're talking about bump stocks. We're talking about legislation. A child of God is dead. Cannot we acknowledge in this country that we cannot accept this? I can't do it, Wolf. I'm sorry. We can't do it.
Yeah. Oops. All right, we're going to get back to you, but you're obviously, this is so emotional. Unfortunately, it happens all too often, and as a result, people say we got to learn some lessons. Unfortunately, lessons are never learned.
Yeah, so that was pretty bad. That seems completely disingenuous. It seems, or disingenuine. It seems completely fake. It just does not seem real at all. It seems like this guy's acting like he's being, just once again paid to be the little puppet man that he is, to try to sell the propaganda. And I think it's deeper than people realize, because on the surface, everyone wants to think, oh, they're trying to take our guns. No matter if people believe that, the event is real, as as directly stated by the media, or if they believe that it was a hoax, didn't actually happen, crisis actors, whatever the case may be, whatever people believe, they do believe that one of the causes behind it, the reason for the agenda being pushed, is gun control. But what always ends up happening after these events is that the guns that they try to target, like the AR-15, the sales increase. So it doesn't seem to be about that. It seems to be more about other legislation that they then start talking about, like right now with mental health. They seem to want to have stronger, laws in place, so it's easier for them to take people off the streets by saying, oh, we fear that you're a danger or harm to yourself or others, thus we must take you for involuntary evaluation to ascertain whether or not you are, so that we can be sure for public safety reasons, according to law, blah, blah, blah. So, when that starts to be the other part of this conversation, that's what I believe to be the true agenda there. Because, it's always, gun control, gun control, gun control. But it doesn't happen. We've been getting more gun rights back, actually. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I'm going to keep this one nice and short and sweet. The mud, man. We don't got to spend too much time wallowing in the mud. So, yeah. Philip Mudd sucks. The puppet FBI spook. And keep on watching. Keep on coming back. If you liked the video, give a big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And keep checking back for more. Thanks for watching. And stay safe out there. Black Tiger.